Good morning and welcome to the Steve Jobs Theater.
Hey everyone. Well, आप सब कह रहे होंगे ये एनिम प्रोडक्शन से ये क्या है? This is not a video. It's a podcast basically. It's the first attempt at it, and I actually wanted to do this a long time back. काफ़ी अरसे से ये mind में था मेरे to actually attempt it. And yeah, this is the first shot at it, and basically I have a lot of other ideas planned for it, but we'll see how it goes. So hopefully yes. Topic very easily thumbnail पे clear है. And yeah, the thing concerning all this channel was and is and always will be about media, filmmaking, anything to do with content creation. But then again, this is the type of topic that kind of is very much for people जो media के लोग हैं. This is definitely for filmmakers, because this whole event that just happened primarily focused very much on filmmakers and content creators, और क्या कहते हैं, this really is up the alley when it comes to, yes, this relates to us, but at the same time, being an Apple user and most creative people actually using Apple as their MacBooks or क्या कहते हैं, and many people being iPhone shooters, it's very much a cause for concern when such a platform that says yes, we create for creatives and we really focus on empowering the creatives, the filmmakers, the graphics designers, etc. And so my cause for concern is being a filmmaker, being a content creator. The event I saw September 10th 2019, as per this date of recording, the event I saw was by far the most disappointing keynote I've ever seen by Apple. Ever. I mean, it was so disappointing that turns out I was like, I'm creating a podcast right away, just this being the first episode of it. And yeah, I mean, I'm thoroughly disappointed. Being a filmmaker, being a content creator, is despite the fact that they really focused the whole event primarily on this our type of the overall demographic, and so I wanted to actually let whoever wants to know, whoever wants to even listen, to have. I just want to give my 2 cents about it, and. Well, just so for everyone, those who do not know what happened at this event, just a quick rundown. They announced this online gaming service, Apple Arcade. I mean, yeah, okay, fine. I don't think anyone's really, unless you're a gamer, I don't think this really cause for concern. But yeah, I mean, you can, play games on all your Apple devices, and it's cloud-based and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Then we come down to Apple TV Plus. Okay, they're introducing their own Apple TV Plus, their streaming service, and basically they're going to be competing with Netflix, Disney Plus. Have their own originals, and yeah, okay, that's good. I mean, Apple is coming into the game. ये भी try कर रहे हैं कि चलो हम भी content अपना बना के original, and will kind of be in the streaming platform, and streaming being the future of media consumption. Well, guess what? We already know TV is pretty much dead, and pretty much we consume media via YouTube, or we hear music now via YouTube or Spotify or Apple Music, or I mean, there's just so many digital platforms to consume media that we've really jumped ship when it comes to DVDs and Blu-rays and TV channels. I mean, we've gone past that. So yeah, I mean, streaming platforms is the future, and I'm pretty much every big platform has a chunk of this pie that is now here thanks to the internet. And so after that, the iPad came in, and okay, they're reducing the price on the entry iPad, and because of that, many people can actually afford a more powerful iPad. I mean, the screen size is increased. Okay, fine. Nothing fancy. Apple Watch Series 5 just released. Yet they're selling the Series 3 on a cheaper price. ठीक है, okay, whatever. Upgrades, fine. My biggest talk that I actually wanted to do was about the iPhone 11 and the iPhone 11 Pro and the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four terminologies being used in one name. Pretty much, I'm not gonna be heard saying that out loud way too many times. Well, the reality is concerning a filmmaker, because especially in the keynote, they really focused on, Filmic Pro is gonna be updated to be taking advantage of this really strong and powerful device. And yeah, I mean, you're gonna be taking because if you don't know, the iPhone 11, both the Pro and the Pro Max, they have three cameras. Yeah, they have three cameras. They have a wide, they have an ultra wide, and then they have a telephoto. And essentially, being a filmmaker, there are three focal lengths that one can use that kind of punches in, or we call it punch in, but the normal general audience sees it as, okay, it kind of crops in or zooms in to the frame without losing quality. And that's why we use in filmmaking, we use different lenses with different focal lengths, so that in order we get a closed in image, a punched in image, or a wide image. And so just like that, they're giving us three different focal length cameras. And my biggest concern is that, I mean, the Filmic Pro app, okay, all the three cameras simultaneously can record on all their lenses, and essentially you get three times the coverage in one shot without using multiple cameras. Okay, my biggest gripe, और मेरी सबसे बड़ी शिकायत अभी इस पॉइंट पे आ गई है कि they focused pretty much the whole keynote on the camera, and essentially hiding away the fact that actually the phone is nothing at all special. The phone's boring. The phone has nothing to excite anyone about it. And yeah, pretty much most people they didn't even care. It was a disaster in terms of, I mean, they were pehli dafa, the first time. I have never seen Apple focus so much on one feature. One. In the majority of the keynote, it was all about the camera, the camera, the camera. Come on, man. I mean, we filmmakers already have, if we are filmmakers, legitimate filmmakers or beginner filmmakers, I don't think we're gonna buy $1,000 64 gig starting capacity, which is nowadays called the 16 gig, because trust me, when you're recording 4K, 64 is the new 16. And since when the hell did Apple think that we are gonna buy $1,000 phones, 64 gig starting capacity prices, to make films? A phone that essentially actually in reality heats up. A phone, thermal dynamics, जैसे हम कहते हैं, cooling system जो phone का होता है, they're never good. They never work out well. They're trash. And because of when you're recording 4K and when you're recording long takes and multiple takes, that phone does not have a huge enough battery to to maintain its performance in harsh conditions, especially the heat. So first of all, the thing is, okay, you guys showed off that the phone can record amazing footage and amazing dynamic range and 4K 60 frames per second. All three cameras are equal quality. You're not gonna be able to notice whether this is shot from a professional camera or a phone. Marketing strategy अच्छी है. It's pretty nice. The marketing strategy is pretty good. Okay, they're good at it. Apple has always been good at marketing. But trust me, this one's not gonna work. This time you're not fooling us. You are not fooling us. This phone isn't worth it. This time the 2019 iPhone 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max are just not worth the price. Really, I tested out. I got a couple of minutes with the Note 10, and it just got recently announced. It has 3 cameras, and it's pretty good actually. It's really nice. It's a really good phone that starts the Note 10 Plus, not the Note 10. The Note 10 Plus starts at 256 gig for $1,000. If you compare it directly to the iPhone 11 Pro and Pro Max, actually is essentially comparing it to the 11 Pro Max because screen sizes are same almost, and 256 gig on a starting price compared to 64 gig in 1,099, compared to Note 10 being $1,000 and 256 gig with expandable storage. And it also has 3 cameras, and it also has 4K recording, and it is also in 60 frames per second. Why are you fooling us? Come on. I mean, if I had to shoot with a phone, अगर मुझे बहुत शौक था कि मैं फिल्म्स या कंटेंट मैं अब सिर्फ फ़ोन से बनाऊंगा, मैं अपना DSLR लगता है अब मैं रबिश पे फेंक दूँ, गार्बेज में फेंक दूँ, या मैं क्या कहते हैं किसी को डोनेट कर दूँ, आई थिंक फिर तो सारी फिल्म मेकर्स कर रहे होते फ़ोन्स पे. लेकिन ट्रस्ट मी, बाय द एंड फ़ोन्स हैव मेजर लिमिटेशंस, एंड द iPhone 11 is not resistant to those limitations. वो भी उतना ही exposed to all these limitations. And trust me, I mean, when you're doing professional stuff, even the Note 10, even the iPhone 11, no phone can compete when it comes to DSLRs compared to original high level quality stuff that essentially doesn't look like a phone. By the end, it always looks like a phone. And it's just not worth it when it comes to this being the only selling point. Literally, trust me, they only focused on the camera. Like the iPhone 11 base model, okay, fine. I mean, it's the base model. अब वो जो 10R वाला scene था, वो जो R lettering थी, I mean, they removed it, and so it's pretty much the iPhone 11, which is the base model that comes below the 11 Pro. And yeah, that's a 6.1 inch. That's not an OLED like that of the Pro models. उसका भी वही प्रोसेसर है A13. I mean, okay, speed तेज़ हो गई है, GPU तेज़ हो गया है तीनों मॉडल्स का. The new iPhones, they're ठीक है, okay. But trust me, no one's gonna get fooled this time with any of these phones. It's because the competition has caught up. From a filmmaker standpoint, if I had to make films with phones, okay, in a world where DSLRs don't exist, phones are the only filmmaking tools for filmmakers. If in an alternate universe, I would say right now, the Note 10 is actually your the best all-rounder phone when it comes to content creators and media consumers, because it has a great display, 6.8 inches on the Note 10 Plus. And there's a reason why I'm not talking much about the Note 10 is because actually the Note 10 is very underpowered and it's not really worth it. It's the Note 10 Plus, trust me. And that phone is a great all-rounder when it comes to its display, the battery life, the cameras. It has a built-in, not a built-in, but customized video editor version of Adobe Rush. And so you can really push that phone up to its limit. It has the latest specs, 12 gigs of RAM. I mean, the phone's crazy. I mean, I pretty much think the Note 10 Plus is the most feature-packed phone on planet Earth right now. And it's just not me saying this. There's many people saying this all across the internet. Just Google it or YouTube it at that matter. So in this day and age, when it comes to the fact that Apple जिस तरह ये कर रहा है कि constantly focus कर रहा है on creatives, and the fact that the pro models are meant for creatives, and that it's the differentiating factor between the normal models and the pro models. Well, guess what? From a pro's perspective, I'm telling you, Apple, you kicked yourselves in the ass. Sorry for my language, but yes, you guys blew it this time. No one's gonna fall for this, no matter how good of a marketing budget you have. Me being an Apple user right now, I'm also actually using an Android phone. I'm using the Note 8, and I have both phones running right now, but I'm essentially actively even comparing them. And my God, I have an iPhone 7 Plus, and then I'm using the Note 8, and the Note 8 is eons behind, like light years. Sorry, mind my language, not behind, years ahead of the iPhone 7 Plus. I mean, and essentially they're the ones that when the Note 8 came out, you see all the reviews on YouTube. That's the phone that compares to the iPhone 7 Plus in terms of release date and specs. And the Note 8 is just a better phone. It is. It definitely is. The Android competition in terms of everything has caught up. And everyone's, online, what I'm reading, everyone's saying that, oh, wait for the iPhone in 2020. That one's going to have everything that we need. And yeah, everything that we need, essentially, that is a bezel-less display, that is a good battery life, that is a great cameras, that is a great performance. We essentially are getting that nowadays in Android phones. The Note 10 Plus, the OnePlus 7 Pro, Huawei P30 Pro. And as a filmmaker, I mean, all those cameras can essentially, if I wanted to make films and I had the limitation of not using DSLRs, only using phones, I would definitely use those phones. I don't think I would use an iPhone, because essentially it's not just features. There's another thing that is to be considered, and that is price. And the iPhone has gotten so overpriced. Not just in Pakistan, because what I saw in Pakistan was the prices are gone so far up. And even Saudi Arabia now, I checked, it's like 4,000 Riyal plus. I mean, in Pakistan, I think it's about what, thanks to the taxes situation, thanks to PTA, thank you, the prices in Pakistan are gone past 1.5 lakh, 1.7 lakh. I mean, and it keeps fluctuating there. It's not consistent. So, मेरा सबसे बड़ा, I think, question यही है कि Apple, what the heck are you doing? I mean, you cannot justify us or anyone, not just filmmakers, the general public. No one is gonna pay you for a 64 gig starting capacity for an iPhone 11 and an 11 Pro, whatever the stupid naming scheme has started. $999 for a 64 gig for an iPhone 11 Pro, and then an 11 Pro Max for $1,100. No, not worth it. Not gonna pay for that. And essentially, I'm thinking that I think it might just be on the phone side of things. Time to switch. If you're an old iPhone user, maybe an iPhone 7, 7 Plus, iPhone 6, anything below 7 Plus or 7 Plus, if you are thinking of right now switching, I suggest you switch, not to the next iPhone, actually switch to Android. Think about it. Now would be the time to think about it. I'm definitely thinking about all of this. So yeah, that's my 2 cents. That's my perspective, my point of view, my I shouldn't say summary, but yeah, that's my take on what all of this just happened. And so I hope you liked this. I hope it was informative, or I hope it was I don't know what it was for you, but whatever it was, I hope it was positive. So look forward to next episodes. I will be thinking of doing this a bit more. More episodes, more different topics, multiple topics in one episode, and bringing in special guests. So guests that are filmmakers, that are not filmmakers, or whoever wants to join me on this one. So yeah, until then, have a good day or good night, depending on when you're hearing this. And yeah, take care. See you later.